You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video. Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming. Some of me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you today with another Let's Play episode of Tangled Stars. So, forgive me if I'm a little out of breath. I just got done working out. I've been working out again recently with weights and such, and oh man, I love it. It makes me feel so good. I've got more energy. I can move around more freely. I don't have as many like joint pains and such, but anyway, y'all, enough about my dad bod. Let's go ahead and just jump right back into it, shall we? Please sit back and enjoy for the next 18 minutes. I'm going to entertain you. Let's jump right in. Alarm Chad, you are up, and let's go. Let's get these people some content. Okay. So tiring. My mind won't stop going back to one thing. That dark place. That foreign yet strangely familiar cold place. Where that thing lurked. The only sound was the whispering wind, my own heartbeat, and that thing's claws. I thought I managed to get rid of those thoughts, of this whole situation. I thought of that taking a break, running away from everything, and every thought, I was thinking that it would help get rid of it. Of this dark, empty feeling. When I'm in that dark place, it's as if I'm back there again. A place I never wish to see again. Jonah, is everything okay? Andy looks over to me as if he were a worried child. Of course, why wouldn't it be? You tell me, you're sweating pinballs and your hand is shaking. Huh? One wipe on my forehead with my shaky hand validates what Andy said. Yeah, I'm alright. It's just a bit hot today. Can't lie to save my life. Is that so? Let's go to the pool! He shoots his arms up as he says that, and Alder seems to notice as he takes his earphones out. We're going to a pool? Well, it's just an idea, but... Yeah, we are! Let's go! Andy starts speed walking ahead of us, but within 5 steps he turns back to us. Wait, which pool are we going to? I chuckle and Alder takes his phone out of his pocket. I know a pretty good one. Not too far from here either. He shows us the location on his phone. Okay, let's run and grab some stuff from our rooms, then let's head out. They both nod and we go along with the plan. Oh boy. What do we got going on here? Nope, no. I don't like public pools. The water is too filthy. Sorry, I'm a Puritan. So many people! And right he is. Must be at least around 200 people around in this gigantic attraction. As we enter the main area, children's laughter, people talking, music, and water splashing fills the atmosphere. The smell of chlorine is very faint and quite soothing, a nostalgic scent. Why, hello, dear ladies! Andy does a half bow as he passes 3 women sunbathing. There were 2 humans, one blonde and one brunette, and an amber-colored fox. They couldn't be over the age of 22. Their hair was fair and healthy, and the shapes were cut out of a magazine. Unfortunately for Andy, he slips just as he lowers himself and ends up making a fool of himself. The ladies lower their sunglasses and chuckle at his display. After he gets up, he plays it off and moves on. Literal clown. This little occasion, we chose to also change our clothes to fit the theme a bit more. Damn, I am vibing with this music. We all chose to go along with an open-button shirt, shorts, and slippers. Although our shirts differentiate quite a bit. Andy is wearing a yellow shirt with patterns of suns, and Alder is wearing a plain white shirt. Damn, I'm liking this music. Andy's shirt screams, well, Andy, while Alder's, as boring as it is, perfectly suits him. Mine is nothing extravagant either, just a purple shirt with floral designs. We start walking towards the little perfect spot which we decided on, a place under the shade which is conveniently close to the bar and the pool. We quickly arrive, and I place the bag down with a huff. As the other 2 undress, I start to take stuff out of our bags. Need help with that? I look up for a split second before going back to it. Thank you, but I'm alright. You can go on ahead with Andy. Are you sure? Come on, Alder. Let Mom do the unpacking when we can go have fun. Eep! Don't look at me like that. Come on, let's go before I die. Not going anywhere. I get up with a bottle in my hand and slowly approach Andy. Sit. Eee! Look away. He hesitates for a moment, but then he does. I show the bottle to Alder, and I can see him curve a tiny smile. I get close to Andy's back, and suddenly drop a large glob of sunscreen on his back. Cold! Mom has to take care of you. I hear Alder snort from behind as I cover Andy up in sunscreen. He's pouting now, and I know that he hates it, but it's for the better because he gets burnt really fast. There. All done. You can do your front, Alder. Come. You can do your front. Alder, come. He raises a brow, but still comes over. I put a tiny drop on my forefinger and stand on the tip of my toes so I can reach Alder's face. I apply the sunscreen to the areas which have little to no fur. Don't want you getting sunburnt either. Huh. Thanks. Okay, I'm ready. Can we go now, Alder? He nods, and they start to walk over to the pool. Instead of jumping in, though, we stand on the side and talk. I resume my unpacking, and before I know it, we have everything. Towels, water, snacks, change of clothes, Andy's favorite inflatable boat, and my shades. I start to undress, too, and apply the sunscreen. Even though I don't get as bad as Andy, I still burn. Now that I'm all done, I can join the guys. But first, I make sure to place all of our valuable belongings at the bottom of a bag, which I place under the long chair. I walk over to the pool's edge to find that they're both gone. How curious. I lower myself and sit at the water's edge, letting my legs submerge in the water, looking around for a golden-haired guy, or a cream-furred wolf. It's not as easy as it sounds, though, as there are many otherkin around, of many colors and species in every imaginable size. How are they going to handle all the fur being in the pool? I know more than one of them has got to be shedding. In the far distance, an old round canine was teaching his 3 little pups how to swim. Oh. They would all tangle into each other and end up bickering, while the grandpa would just laugh. Closer to the edges, a multicolored peacock was gracefully floating in the water, letting the sun shine off her majestic feathers. Towards the middle of the pool, around 5 or so younglings, consisting of 2 human boys and 3 tigers, are playing volleyball, laughing and cheering every time they would manage to pass the ball successfully. Overall, the pool was filled with so much diversity, so many activities, ages, species, that they all looked really happy. It's as if all the discrimination and hate between the 2 inhabitants of Earth just left. As I try to spot Andy or Alder in the sea of beings, I resort to just waiting, so I look instead at the few clouds that drape over the skies. Everything around me is full of life and energy, from the children running around to little pups crying while trying to swim to the amazing music filling the air. It's just radiating, and I love every bit of it. I didn't think of you as some poet. Ah, Alder, did I say that out loud? Yep, and I agree with you. It is very nice around here. This is kind of why it's my favorite pool in the whole of Rome. I look at Alder, who lolled his head back, listening to everything with his eyes closed. The water only gets up to his waist. He's tall. Kinda good looking. The way his now damp fur accentuates his build. The way his dry head fur whips gently into the quiet breeze. Damn. Out of the corner of my eye, I see something. Something yellow underneath the water approaching the pool's edge. What is that? Alder pays me no mind and actually snorts, while the thing creeps closer. Oh no, I swear if... Before I realize it, Andy jumps out of the water and grabs my leg. No, Andy! Blah, 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 blah. Everything spins for a second, then it finally settles. Andy really got me good. I try to open my eyes, but to no use. This noise. I always hear it, and it always reminds me of something. Of a particular event. Something you wouldn't think you'd find here. In Ladia. In my home country. The country in which I was born and raised. The country in which everyone wants to live in. It's supposed to hold peace and prosperity within the society of otherkin and humans, but it was never true. People lie, and the more they do, the better they get at it. This world is a prime example. That evening, that man, even... If only I could... Jonah! Andy! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I didn't think you'd faint under the water. I'm so sorry. Hey, I can't cough right now. I'll actually start hiccuping. It's okay. It's not your fault. Andy sighs full of relief, and Alder, who is on my right, his hand under my head, nods. A small relieved smile is placed on his muzzle. Should we go home? He looks at me and back up at Alder with a sad smile. Oh, no, we came to have fun, so we're gonna have fun. I'm all right, trust me. I spring to my feet. Let's get your boat inflated. They both exchange worried looks for a split second, but agree nonetheless. I have a little theory that maybe Andy actually isn't a bad guy, but maybe he is being manipulated by that presence. Yeah, maybe it's manipulating him into making certain decisions and such. I don't know. Because Andy is either a really incredible actor, or he's actually innocent and being manipulated by something else. And done. Andy raises the boat triumphantly. After battling with a pump for like 15 minutes, we managed to inflate the thing just enough, and now Andy is smiling like a child. Can I go now? Sure. I chuckle. He wastes no time and throws himself along with the boat in the water. Alder snorts. It's like he's our kid and we're looking after him. He takes an idle sip of water. Kids? Is that a subtle way of hitting on me? I mean, I've only known him for a day or so, and Kids? Is that a new way of flirting? Not that I'd ever want a kid. Oh! Me neither. Wanna go join Andy? Let's. We approach the pool and Alder cannonballs straight in, and the moment that the water touches my skin, I instinctively jump back. When did it get so cold? Alder emerges from the water and looks at me. Come on, it's not too bad. Just jump in and you'll get used to it instantly. I stand there for a good minute and debate my possibilities. On one hand, I can die of hypothermia. On the other, I look like a freak who's scared of water. It's more important. My public image. Ha! Without thinking, I jump ahead in the water and emerge as quickly as I entered. It's so cold! What? Want me to hold you? He snorts. Fuck you! Please don't. Ah! I turn around and try to walk away, but I'm met with a cross-legged Andy on a boat, who's got a glass in one hand and the other in the water. He's just floating aimlessly. Wait, when did he even get the drink? Oh, hey, Jonah. Look, I'm slaying. Am I doing it right? He takes a sip full of sass. I can't help but laugh. Sure, Andy, you are slaying. Thanks, sis. Goodbye now. He flutters his hand in the water as to drift away, and he does so very slowly. What have I just witnessed? Andy being, well, Andy. Ah, wanna grab a drink? Sure. The rest of our little pool day goes uneventful. Besides Andy's failed attempts at catching girls' attention and mistaking a male weasel for a, as he called him, charming young lady. After realizing he's not a lady, he turns red as a cardinal and apologizes largely. It was a sight to behold. God, beautiful hotel room. Okay, everyone, do we have everything we need? Alder and I nod. Okay then, it's time for... Slumber Party! That's right. Andy loves having those little hangouts before sleep with his friends. We ended up staying late up at the pool and felt too tired to go anywhere else, so we chose to instead spend time together in our apartment, and have Alder join us too. Alright, to start things off, let's talk about ourselves. We spent the last 2 days together without really knowing each other, Alder. He looks at us both, then takes a breath, as he's about to go first. Well, my name is Alder Vernon. I come from Rayville in Ladia. Andy's eyes widen. I like to travel the world and see new things, but also revisiting the places which hold my most dear memories, like Rome, for example. I don't have many hobbies, and I study photography. Age-wise, I turned 21 not too long ago. I grew up as an only child in a decent family. We weren't rich nor poor, I had everything I needed. Besides some support, I guess. And that's about it, I think. I don't interact with many people, so I don't know what else to say. Andy nods. Well, my turn! My name is Andy Flavian. I'm 20 years old. I study psychology in the same university as Jonah, who studies journalism. Alder looks at me for a split second, then turns back to Andy. I have lots of hobbies. I like to play games, go on walks, occasionally paint, take care of flowers, listen to music, and my very favorite, helping anyone I stumble upon. There's not much else, as I can't remember my childhood, besides meeting Jonah. Oh? Why's that? Well, His smile quivers for a split second. Back when I was little, I ended up in a car crash with my parents. The impact was so big that I lost them both at the same time. He says that in the same joyful manner he said everything else. I can't remember my parents or anything before that day, because apparently I lost my memory after taking a pretty nasty blow to the head. They said I was lucky to only lose my memory. After that, I grew up in an orphanage, around many people lost like me, and I never felt alone, not once. Sure, sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night, hoping to hug my mom and go back home, but I didn't even remember who she was or where home was. He stops for a second, as a tear threatens to fall down his cheek. But that's in the past. He smiles brightly. Jonah, how about you? Sure. I wipe away the tears that welled up in my eyes and clear my throat. I'm Jonah Usher, 20 years old, and as Andy said, I study journalism. I don't have many hobbies besides reading and writing. I grew up in a pretty stable and supporting family until I had to leave at the age of 18 due to my parents finding out that I'm gay. Andy shrinks back a little. Ever since, I've been living most of my days on Andy's side as he helped me after I got kicked out. He smiles at me, and so does Alder. There's not much more to me, and I guess it'll just show itself as we get to know each other, Alder. Yep. I hope we'll get along really well. We continue to talk about different experiences we had growing up, things we like, and random topics that come to mind. Oh my, it's getting quite late, and we have a big day ahead of us. Ah, you're right. I better get going. Oh, are you not staying? Well, I would, but there's only 2 beds. You can sleep with Jonah. Huh? Why me? You know him better than me. Guys, I can just go to my room. It's literally next door. No, you'll sleep with me, as Jonah is clearly afraid that you bite or something. What? No, Alder, you're sleeping with me. Fine. Okay. I grab my stuff and jump on my bed, sighing out heavily. Tired? I snapped my head to Alder, forgetting he was going to sleep with me. Yeah, just a bit. Same here. See you tomorrow then, Jonah. Good night, Alder. Night, Andy. Night, sis. And just like that, Andy turns off the light and the room falls silent. The lullaby of the wind puts us to a sweet sleep in no time. Uh-oh. Streets. Quiet streets. Deserted, even. This is home, after all. On evenings like these, where everyone leaves for holidays, nobody remains but people who actually like this place. My parents happen to be some of those people. I'm not. Honey, you're 10 years old. You can find happiness wherever you go, my mom tells me. It's not true, though, as all I can feel is boredom. As I'm strolling the streets, I hear something unusual. 2 male voices rising in volume in an alleyway. Curious, I go to check. As I sneak away quietly, I see the 2 people. An otherkin, a canine of some sort, around his 20s, along with a middle-aged man. The conversation is really heated, and they start to get handsy. Out of nowhere, the canine pulls something out, an object of some sort. In my child eyes, it could have been a knife, a gun, a weapon of sorts. The other man looks at the canine in utter fury and puts his hands behind his back. My father used to tell me how humans can't live in peace due to otherkin. That it was my duty to prioritize humans overall. Do you want me to do that? Do you want me to do the thing that soon? Do you want me to do the thing that soon followed? Instinctively, I rush to the aid of the man, and I cling to onto the canine's shirt, trying to bring him down, while throwing little punches at his gut. Hey, kid, what are you doing here? Get off! He suddenly goes silent. I slowly look up, and I see a switchblade handle sticking out of his chest. The man spits on him and flees. The canine, now gravely wounded, drops to the floor, and as he does, I get a good look at the object that was in his hand. Oh, it was a phone. I dropped to my knees and gasped quietly, realizing what I've just done. Hey, kid, come here! Oh, hey, kid, come here. The canine gestures, and I get closer, holding his head so he doesn't have to lie it on the hard concrete. He lets out a cough, a small river of blood seeping from the ends of his muzzle. I'm sorry, you shouldn't see me like this. Please, try to forget what you saw. Never speak of it, never think of it. I rock back and forth slightly as I sob and apologize over and over again. It's okay, little one. You'll grow old and hopefully erase the memory. Hopefully by then there will be peace. Who talks like that as they're dying? Is this an Assassin's Creed game? You get stabbed in the chest and then you're being all eloquent about life. No! Why should it be like this? It's not fair. Why did he even do? I gestured the blade. He coughs up blood. Yeah. Alright, guys and gals, I'm going to go ahead and pause it right here. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Big thanks to those who have been providing tips for the channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all your support. It definitely helps me prioritize making videos over my job, which is what I eventually want to be able to do. Just focus on this. But anyway, everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!